Most people think becoming rich is about luck, a fancy degree, or working yourself to death. But the truth is, it's none of those things. What really separates the rich from the broke? Habits. Self-made millionaires don't think like everyone else. They don't act like everyone else. And that's exactly why they get results that most people never will. In this video, we're breaking down the 7 unspoken millionaire habits that the rich use to stay ahead. Habits that can transform your finances, career, and mindset. And make sure you stick around until the end, because habit number 7 is the one even wealthy people rarely talk about, but it's the biggest game changer of them all. Welcome to Smart Money Vids, where we explore the habits, mindsets, and strategies that set the wealthy apart from the rest. Now let's get into it. Most people trade their time for money. They clock in, work hard, and hope that one day they'll have enough saved to be financially free. But millionaires? They do the exact opposite. Self-made millionaires understand that time is their most valuable asset, and they protect it at all costs. Instead of wasting money on flashy cars or the latest gadgets, they spend money to buy back their time. Think about it. Richard Branson doesn't waste hours running errands. He pays people to handle that. Tim Cook, Apple's CEO, doesn't spend his day on minor decisions. He focuses on what truly moves the company forward. The rich invest in systems, automation, and people so they can focus on high-value tasks, the things that actually build wealth. If you're spending all your time on things that don't move you forward, you're stuck in the broke cycle. So ask yourself, how much of your time is being wasted on things you could delegate, automate, or just eliminate? Maybe it's something simple, like ordering groceries online instead of spending hours at the store. Or maybe it's finally hiring that virtual assistant so you can focus on what actually makes you money. The less time you waste, the more time you have to build wealth. Most people believe success comes from mastering one skill. They think if they just get really good at one thing, they'll make it. But millionaires don't rely on just one skill. Instead, they stack multiple skills together to create an advantage that's nearly impossible to compete with. Take Elon Musk, for example. He isn't just a businessman. He understands engineering, marketing, economics, and risk management. That combination allowed him to dominate multiple industries where most people fail. Or look at someone like Steve Jobs. He wasn't the best programmer, but he combined technology, design, and storytelling to revolutionize how we interact with computers. Now, this doesn't mean you have to be great at everything, but if you can combine a few valuable skills, you immediately make yourself more competitive. A marketer who also understands psychology? Dangerous. A programmer who can sell? Unstoppable. So what are the skills you can start combining? Maybe you're good at sales. Pair that with public speaking, and you become a powerhouse. Or maybe you understand finance, add negotiation skills, and suddenly you're closing better deals. The more skills you accumulate, the harder you are to replace. And the harder you are to replace, the more valuable you become. Most people want to look rich before they actually are. They lease luxury cars, buy designer clothes, and flex on social media while drowning in debt. But self-made millionaires, they do the opposite. They build wealth quietly. They drive used cars, live below their means, and reinvest every dollar until they have real, lasting wealth. Take Jeff Bezos, for example. Even when Amazon was worth billions, he was still driving a Honda Accord. Warren Buffett? He still lives in the same house he bought in the 1950s. Meanwhile, most people chase the appearance of wealth instead of actually becoming wealthy. They buy things to impress people who don't even care. And that's exactly why they stay broke. Real millionaires focus on assets, not appearances. They put their money into things that grow, investments, businesses, real estate, before they ever think about luxury. So next time you feel the urge to splurge on something flashy, ask yourself, is this making me richer or just making me look rich? Because the ones who build quietly, they're the ones who win big in the long run. Most people focus on making more money, but millionaires focus on creating freedom. There's a big difference. Anyone can work harder to earn a bigger paycheck, but if you have to trade more time for more money, you're still trapped. That's why self-made millionaires don't just chase income. They build freedom streams that let them make money without constantly working for it. Think about it. The average person gets paid for their time. A millionaire gets paid for their ideas, assets, and systems. Take someone like Shaquille O'Neal. Most people know him as a basketball legend, but after retiring, he focused on owning businesses, not just making money from basketball. He's invested in over 50 brands, from Five Guys to Krispy Kreme, and earns millions every year, without having to show up and work at any of them. The broke mindset says, I need a raise. The millionaire mindset says, I need an income stream that pays me even when I'm not working. So what are your freedom streams? It could be investing in stocks, creating digital products, renting out a property, or building a business that runs without you. Because at the end of the day, income is great, but freedom is the real goal. Every day, people make decisions that either move them forward or hold them back. But most of the time, they don't even realize it. They waste years on things that don't actually get them closer to their goals. Millionaires think differently. Before making any big decision, they ask themselves one simple question. Does this move me closer to my ultimate vision? If the answer is yes, they go all in. If the answer is no, they cut it off. No hesitation, no second guessing. Take Mark Zuckerberg as an example. In the early days of Facebook, he had offers to sell the company for millions of dollars. Most people would have taken the easy payday. But Zuckerberg refused, because his vision wasn't to make a quick buck. It was to build a global platform that connected the world. That one decision, to say no to short-term money in favor of long-term impact, turned Facebook into the multi-billion-dollar empire it is today. Most people get stuck because they don't know how to prioritize their choices. They chase every opportunity, say yes to everything, and spread themselves too thin. Meanwhile, millionaires cut out distractions and double down on what truly matters. So next time you're about to say yes to something, ask yourself, is this moving me closer to my vision, or is it just keeping me busy? The difference between success and failure often comes down to the choices you make every single day. Most people try to figure out how to succeed. They ask, what do I need to do to get rich? But millionaires, they flip the question. Instead of only asking how to win, they ask, what common mistakes keep people broke and how can I avoid them? This is called inverse thinking, and it's one of the most powerful mental habits of self-made millionaires. Charlie Munger, Warren Buffett's longtime business partner, swears by this strategy. Instead of only looking for great investments, he also studies what destroys wealth: bad debt, impulsive decisions, high-risk speculation, and makes sure to avoid those traps at all costs. Most people think success is about doing more, but sometimes the real key is eliminating the bad habits that hold you back. Think about it. You don't need to know every way to get rich. You just need to stop doing what's keeping you broke. Spending more than you earn? Avoid it. Falling for get-rich-quick schemes? Cut them out. Letting fear stop you from taking action? Fix that. Millionaires don't just focus on what to do. They also focus on what not to do. And sometimes that's the difference between success and failure. Most people overestimate what they can do in a year, but underestimate what they can achieve in a decade. That's where millionaires separate themselves. While most people chase short-term wins, quick paydays, and instant gratification, the wealthy think in years, sometimes even decades. Take Michael Jordan as an example. When he was cut from his high school basketball team, most people would have given up. But Jordan didn't see failure as the end. He saw it as part of the process. Instead of quitting, he spent the next year training harder than ever, waking up early, practicing longer, and building the skills that would eventually make him one of the greatest athletes of all time. That same mindset applies to business and wealth. Most people give up after a few months if they don't see results. They expect success to be fast and easy, and when it isn't, they quit. Millionaires understand that wealth compounds over time. Whether it's building a business, investing, or developing skills, they know that consistency beats intensity. So ask yourself, are you thinking long-term? Are you willing to put in the work, stay patient, and let success compound? Because those who do, they win. Every time. At Smart Money Vids, we're all about turning knowledge into action. Now that you know these 7 millionaire habits, which one will you start applying today? Drop a comment below and let me know. If you found this video valuable, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss a life-changing insight. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.